Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial by Nocode Africa Training, where you get to learn how to build web and mobile applications without writing a single line of code. Okay, so in today's lesson, in this particular video tutorial, you're going to learn how to carry out an authentication scenario, or should I say verification scenario for emails, right? So whenever your users gets to create an account on your platform, for you to validate that their emails is correct, you have to maybe send an OTP to their email, OTP being one-time password, and then they can now use that OTP to verify their account. All right, so we're going to just try to see how we can do that quickly. Okay, so we're going to make a couple of screens, and here we have the sign up screen, we have the login screen, we have this screen here, I call it verify email screen, and then we have the home screen, which is where the user is supposed to go to after validating or verifying their email. And then we also have some modals here. So there is one that is for an email that has been verified, and then there's another one that is for an email that has not been verified. Okay, so we're going to just quickly preview this and see how it works. So I'll just click on preview, and then we will test the the application. All right, so I will just use m.dot. All right, this is actually a real email. Okay, so we have this, and then so and then we have you can click on sign up now. Okay, so after clicking on sign up, you will be presented with a screen where you're supposed to type in the text that has been sent to your email. All right, and then click on verify to verify, and then if at all you have not gotten the OTP, you can click here to request for another OTP to be sent to you. All right, so now that it has been sent, we have to go to the email and then check it. So this is it. Hi David Rock, this is your verification email verification code, so 14428 cheers. All right, cool, really cool. So I will just type it here, 14428. okay, let's just type something wrong first, 14429, and click on verify. So it tells us your email is not verified because the OTP is wrong. So let's just say 14428, which is the correct thing. Okay, your email is verified, so we'll just click on continue. It brings you to the home page or dashboard or wherever you wanted to take the verified user to. Okay, so that's it. Let's see how we created that. I'll just log this user out and then close this. So let's see how we created that, and then you can actually learn how to implement this in your own application. So it's quite simple, not so simple, but it's quite simple. So what you just need to do is we're going to have to, let's just create it all over again. So I'll go to create new application, our native mobile app. Next, I click on the blank screen here, and then click on next. Then I will just call these verify email app. Okay, so just like that, we won't play around with the primary colors or secondary colors, we'll just leave it like that, then click on create. Okay, so on clicking on tapping on create, so you have these three startup screens. All right, so we have the sign up, the login, and then the home screen. So we're just going to do a couple of things to arrange them a little bit. Okay, so let's create the screens that we don't have but we need them. Okay, so I will just push this aside and maybe just keep it here. Right, so I need another screen that is for verify email. Right, so we already have sign up screen here. We have a sign up screen here, so you can see that there is a field for email, there's a field for password, there's a field for full name. All right, so but what we just want to do now is we're going to add another screen. So click on the add component icon here, then go to add screen, go to just pick a blank screen, and let's call it verify. All right, verify email. Okay, so click on create screen, and then we have our verify email there. So I'll just tap on this and drag it to this other side. All right, just a little bit close to this one. Okay, down, that's fine. So the next thing we're going to do now is we'll try to style the screen a little bit, just a little bit. And so what are we going to add here? We're going to say verify your email to get complete access to our mobile app. Okay, so I will just click on formatting and then make this align to center. Right, so this is okay, and I will click on add component again. Then I will go ahead and scroll down to where we have forms and fields. I'll pick the text input, and then I will put it here. Now this is the space where the user is going to type in the verification code that is always sent to email. All right, so we will put that there. Click on this big input here, and then just change this to verification code. All right, then just click on done. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring a button. Let's bring a button. I'll bring that and bring a button here, and then I will remove the icon, and I'll just call this verify. All right, so we have that. And then I'll bring another button. I'll just bring another button, and then I'll just bring it down here. This particular button, I'll make it an outline button. Then I'll say verify email. Okay, should I call it verify email or just okay, let's say send verification code. All right, so we have that. Let's change this to email. Right, yeah, we'll just do it a little different. That's okay, so that's not gonna change much. Let's make this big then. Okay, so we have it like this. All right, so this is send verification code, this is verify. That means if you don't get to receive the email, you tap on this send verification code, it will send you the verification code again. Then you can get the number and then put it here, and then click on verify. Simple like that. Okay, so let's see what we can create more. Let's go ahead and create other screens, the remaining screens that we need. So let's go to add screen. We're going to create modal screen, like 2 screens. So tap on this and say verify. Let's call this one verified email. So whenever the user email has been verified, okay, so they are going to be sent to this particular screen. Okay, so it's a modal screen, so I'll just tap to change this. I'll say your email has been verified. Okay, so your email has been verified. I'll push this down a bit, then I'll come back to the add component section, go down, go to simple, no, go to buttons and click on the icon. It follows my cursor, and then I will just come here and I'll say thumbs up. I want to get a thumbs up. All right, so then I'll just increase the size of the thumbs up. Okay, so all right, then I can change the color here from that color to maybe green. Okay, so then let's double tap on this, remove the cancel, then double tap, bring the OK here to the center. All right, so your email has been verified. The text for the action button here will be continue. All right, so we'll just say continue. Okay, so I think that's okay. All right, so we have continue. All right, so this particular page is a page that the a verified user gets to see before proceeding to the home page, this particular page. Right, so let's just do something extra on this home page before we start doing the real logic to get our code, our application working. Okay, so we have here hi. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to reduce this a bit. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then push this here, and then here we'll just use the magic text and logged in user's full name. Okay, so I'll expand this a little bit, then I will make it extra bold. Okay, so we're good. All right, so then let's just duplicate this particular screen instead of having to recreate it afresh. So Ctrl C, I tapped on the top here, then Ctrl C, Ctrl V, it duplicates here. So I'll change this from being a thumbs up to a thumbs down. All right, so this thumbs down should be maybe a red color, right? Yeah, so something like that. Then let's tap on this and change it to your email has not been verified. Now I'll call this back. All right, so back. So all right, like this is okay. So your email has not been verified. Let's change this one to email not verified. Okay, so that's the name of the screen. Okay, so now with this we have done like 25% of the work. Now we have to do the remaining work for our application to start functioning properly. So what do we do next? What we're going to do next is the way OTPs work is that the application itself has to generate a code, right? It's going to generate a code, and then that code is going to be stored in the database here. So like this application is going to generate a code, all right, and then that code is going to be stored in the database here. Like it's going to be stored in the user database. So we'll call that code verification code, and it's going to be a number, right? So we'll call it verification code. And then the next thing we're going to do is let's just create another extra field. All right, let's just call it verified. All right, so this is a boolean, so verified. We will use this later in the course of our application just to make things a little bit interesting. All right, so verification code. Now this is the code that the application is going to generate automatically when a new user creates an account. So it's going to generate the code, and then we're going to integrate Adalo with integromat, which is also called make.com, right? So make.com is what is going to allow us to send the originally generated code from Adalo itself to integromat, which is make.com. Then integromat will now send it to the email of our user, and then the user can now get it from there and then validate or verify their account on the platform. So that's how it works. So how do we generate the verification code from to fill this particular part of the user database? So we're going to come to this sign up page. All right, sign up screen. Then we'll come to fields, and we already have the existing fields here. They are the email, password, and full name. We're going to add an automatic field. So we'll click to add an automatic field. We'll call it verification code. All right, so add an automatic field, and we'll call it we'll just call it verification code. Okay, so this is going to be this verification code was already created in the database. So what we're just going to do now is we'll try to make it generate random numbers, right? So we'll make it generate random numbers. How do we do that? So just tap on this magic text and then go to functions and then go to random. All right, so the numbers is going to start from 1 and it's going to go as far as let's just make it like up to this. You can increase it as much as you want, right? So but I'll just stop here, right? So and then click on done. All right, so we clicked on add automatic field, then we selected these and selected the function, which is random function, and then we said that it's going to be between 1 and the rest of the number. Then we clicked on done. Okay, so now what is going to basically happen is that when the user comes on the platform for the first time, right, visiting this page, it's going to have like an automatic number that is being stored in the database in the column for verification code. So now if you go to your database, you see that there's a column for verification code, right? So now we are generating this verification code automatically, not manually, just automatically. Okay, then the next thing that is going to happen now is what we're going to do is we're going to come to the sign up, the sign up screen. Go to submit, because we want to link after the user has been signed up. Okay, then we want to link the user to another screen called verify email. All right, verify email. So then done. Okay, so when the user fills this particular form and then clicks on sign up to take the user to the verify email screens, and then the user is expected to like fill in the verification code, which is sent to their email. Okay, so how do we get to make the verification code go to the user's email? Now that's the most interesting part of the whole thing. So what we are going to do right now is we're going to come to the verification email screen, this particular part here. Then we'll go to actions, right? So we don't have any action yet. Right, so we're going to have to create an action, and then after we've created the action, we're going to try to like perfect the entire scenario and then make it such that we can have our users having a verification code in their email. Okay, so how do we go about doing this? Let's go ahead and then let's click on the verification email here, and then let's go to actions, then let's click on add action. We'll say custom action, and then you click on new custom action. All right, so for what we're about doing right now, okay, so it is only available for premium subscribers. So for you to have a taste of the premium subscription scenarios, all right, you're going to have to activate your 7 days free trial. So if you can see here on the bottom of the page, I have here my free trial just started. All right, so it's 14 days left. Okay, so not 7 days, 14 days. All right, so I'm told to upgrade now. So without you having to turn on the free trial subscription, all right, you won't be able to see you won't be able to use custom action. Okay, so we'll go ahead and then create a new custom action. I had already done that before, but I will just create it again and I'll give it a different name. So we called our app verify email. So I'll call this one maybe verify email, right, instead of email verification that I used before. So click on new custom action. So we're supposed to give it a name, so we'll call it verify email. Okay, then here you click on last, you're going to go ahead and select the type. So the type here is create, and then the next thing you're going to do is you tap on next. The next thing you're going to do is tap on next. Really cool. So then now this is where you need like an API based URL. All right, this is where we're going to now go ahead and leave here and then go to integromat, which is now called make.com. So let's go to integromat. So this is integromat. So if you don't have an account, go to make.com and then sign up on the platform. And upon signing up on the platform, you will be able to see a couple of things. So let's just go back. Let's go back completely. So yeah, so when you sign up on the platform and then you head to the dashboard, you see something like this. Okay, so now this is what you're most likely going to see, and I'm going to now go ahead and then create a scenario. Okay, so I'll create a scenario, and this scenario is what is going to like allow Adalo to send the details of send the details the details of the user. Okay, that's their email, their phone number. No, not the phone number, the email, their full name, and then the verification code that has been generated that they don't know yet. It will send it to Adalo is going to send it to make.com, and then make.com will now go ahead and create a trigger and send it to their email. Okay, so don't worry, it's a little complicated, but don't worry, it's going to be really cool. You'll get to understand how it works. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to go ahead and click on create a new scenario. So click here to create a new scenario, and then it's very easy. So you tap on this, and you're expected to search for what you're supposed to use in doing the scenario. So it's called webhook. Okay, so webhook. So when you type webhook here, you're going to see it on top. You just tap on the webhooks, and then you select this custom webhook response, custom mail hook. So this is the one we want. So triggers when webhook receives data. So custom webhook. So we tap on that, and then we can shift this around. So we tap on that, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to maybe just give it a name. So if you tap here, you won't see anything on there. So just click on add, and then we'll give the webhook a name. All right, so let's call it verify email. Okay, verify email. So I call it verify email. Verify email app. Let's just make it a little bit complex. So verify email app, and then I'll click on save, and then that's it. So it generates this for me right now. I don't know. Okay, so that's it. And then if at all you can see what is happening, it has already triggered some sort of call from integromat. All right, so it's waiting to receive another call from Adalo. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we'll copy this particular address. I just tapped on it to copy, and then I will go to Adalo and paste it here, and then I will select the method. The method is going to be post because we're sending something down to integromat, that's make.com, and then we will go ahead and create some things here. All right, so this is where we are going to create some things, and this might look like coding, but don't be scared, it's not really much. It's just something really simple you can just write. Okay, so I think it's called the curly braces, right? I think so. So then you just do it like that. Just follow what I'm doing, and then let's say let's call this the email. Use small letters. Yeah, email, and then what else? Then we'll keep it like this. All right, I'll tell you why we're keeping it like that. Now the thing is, we want to put some variable in between this quotation mark, so I will show you at the end. So then let's do another one. We'll call it so user, just write it the way I'm writing it, and it's gonna work out, because if you make this a capital letter E, capital letter F, it doesn't work. Okay, so because when you're naming variable, it has like some conventions. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, that's it, and then the next one I'm gonna do is called verification code. All right, cool. So that's it. So this is exactly how you should do it. Just try and replicate it just like this. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click to add item. So we'll say text, and then let's call this one full name. Let's call it email. All right, then we can put do we do that or not? Let's just do it. Okay, so let's put a test email here. So let's just say maybe m.gmail.com. Okay, so then what else? Then just click on done and add another item, and then text again. So this time around it's going to be a full name, so we'll say full name. Okay, then here we'll have David. We can make it David Rock. Then the next one is we'll say verification code. Still use text, it's okay. So let's call it verification code. You can just anything. Okay, this is just to test. All right, it's nothing serious. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do right now is we're going to try to run a test. So click to run a test. Now we see here test successful. All right, so URL called this particular webhook. Okay, so we go to integromat make.com and then we see, oh, successfully determined. All right, that means it has been triggered successfully. Okay, so what we're going to now do is we now see that Adalo is communicating with make.com, which makes a whole lot of sense. That means we're like 50%, you know, complete. So what we're going to do now is we'll just tap on OK, and then we'll click here to add another module. All right, so we will find here we're going to find email. Okay, so email, so you see it here at the top. So just click on email and then we will say send an email. We'll tap on, look for send an email and then tap on it. And then here what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to click on add email. Okay, so you just click on this and then select Google restricted and then go ahead and click on save. Right, when you click on save, it's going to pop up, it's going to bring up a particular window where you're supposed to like sign into your Gmail and then set up everything. Okay, then after that you just save. Okay, that's it. So I have I've connected my Google account to make.com, and then the next thing I'm going to just do quickly is I'm going to go ahead and then see if you can see here I have email, full name and verification code. This is like what was sent from this is like what was sent from Adalo. Okay, so but I don't want to put it under subject here. I just want to put it under add recipient. So I'll click on add recipient, then I'll tap on here. So I see email, so I put email there. So the recipient is the email, and then for the subject, so I'll say verification code. Okay, so then for content type, I'll just make it plain text. Okay, so that's because I don't want to use any HTML syntax to write the content. Okay, so here I'll just say hi, then I'll bring in the full name of the user, hi, then I'll click on enter. Your verification code is, then I'll just tap on the verification code here. All right, cheers. Okay, so that's it. Now I have it like this, and then I'll just click on OK. All right, so now that's perfect for me. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come back to my application, and then I'll click on save custom. Okay, before I do that, come back to integromat, that's make MVP, not make MVP, make.com. all right, so when you come here, you're going to just go ahead and make sure that you save everything that you've done here. So you save everything that you've done here, then click on the scheduling here, turn it on. All right, so maximum number of scenarios has been exceeded. Maximum number of active scenarios. Okay, so for integromat, okay, so integromat has it has its own conditions, right? So I think I have just exceeded the maximum number of scenarios for a free account. Okay, so but that's basically what you're supposed to do. So I'm supposed to like turn this on and save it. All right, so but I can't do that. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go back and use what I had already set up previously. So I already have the very first one I created. This is the one I created before, so I will still use this particular one. Okay, so previously we had done we had made some errors. Yeah, so let's try to correct some things. All right, so the errors that we made was here. Okay, so if you come to the sign up screen here, and then you tap on fields, and then you go to verification code. Oh, not this one, not here. let's come to the verify email screen, then come to actions. All right, then tap on the custom action here. So this is the custom action that we created. So but let's just delete the custom action and create it all over again. Okay, and then this time around we will just try to test it to see if it works. All right, so let's just click on the add action and then go to custom action. So we've created a lot of verify email kind of custom actions, but all of them actually have their own specific flaws. So let's create another one, and then this time around it should work. So let's say verify email, verify user email. Okay, so this time around we'll try to avoid every single error. So it's gonna be create, and then we say next, and then we'll come back to integromat to get the address. Okay, so we'll just click here to copy it, and then we will paste it here. Okay, so the method is gonna be post, and then we'll add some very short code here. I know it's a Nocode class, but this is unavoidable. We have to do it. So here we'll just say full name. Oh, let's start with email. Make sure it's small letters. Email, and then here like that. Then the next one is going to be full name. Full name. All right. Comma. Then the next one is going to be verification code. Okay, all right, so we have it like that. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to add items. So this is going to be text, and then we will say let's say email. Then here will just be the email. It's just test email. All right, okay, gmail.com. And then here we'll come to this part, and then we will say name. This is going to be full name. Okay, full name, and here we'll just use my name, David Rock. And then here we'll say verification code. Okay, then we can just use random numbers here. Okay, so now here we'll click on done, and then don't forget to take this particular action. So tap in the middle of the quotation marks, then click on the magic text and put email there, because we want the details to be dynamic. This is just static for testing. All right, so then this one is going to be full name, and this one is going to be verification code. So we'll go ahead and then run a test. Please enter a valid JSON body. Okay, so we had like a quotation mark here that wasn't correct. Okay, so that was really nice, it helped. So run request. It's correct now, come on. Oh, it's not still correct. So put a quotation sign there. All right, so it's correct now. Just try and make sure that you don't make mistakes like I did, and then run the test. So the test is successful. All right, so we'll come to make. Okay, so we have here, and then what do we do? Let's just go ahead and then click on these, and then readjust this just one more time, just this. And okay, before we do this, right, hold on, before we do this, let's run once. Let's say run once. Okay, the module concern, ignore warnings. Okay, all right, so let's just put it back at first. Yeah, so save it. Okay, so let's say run once, because I want us to get the call from the Adalo application. So let's say let's go back and then run test request, and then we come back here. So test request done. So just tap on here to adjust what we have. Okay, so was it 1 2 3 4? I can't remember. Let me check what's happening there. Okay, so what did I use as the verification code? Okay, it was 123244. All right, good. So let's just let's come back here and let's use this for now and then save it. But before we do that, let's just run it one more time. I just want to confirm that it's okay now. Then run the test request, then it has received. Okay, so I tap on this and then I will just take out this email and then put this one, and then I'll come here, take off this full name and put this full name, and then come here, take off this one and put the verification code, and then I'll click on OK, and then I'll click on save, and then I'll turn this off and turn it back on. I'm just trying to be super careful this time around. Okay, so let's go back to the application itself and then save custom action. So then come to here and then click on this, then fill it with the email, then here fill it with the full name, then here fill it with the verification code. Okay, and then click on done. All right, so here we will try to use this to trigger a verification, a custom action, right? So let's go to add action and then say custom action. We will say verify user email. Okay, so then here we'll click on the email, we'll take the logged in user's email, then here we'll take the logged in user's full name, and then here we'll take the logged in user's verification code, and then we'll click on done, and that's it. So for these parts now, all right, so when the user clicks on verify, okay, so what we want to do is we're going to redirect them to the different pages that they're supposed to see. So for click on verify, they should go to the verify email screen, and the transition is modal, and then it doesn't happen always, it happens sometimes when logged in user verification code is equal to verification code. So just try and make sure that the setting is like this. Then another action here is email not verified. We take the user to the email not verified screen, which is this particular one here. Okay, the transition is modal. When does this happen? Sometimes when logged in user's verification code is not equal to verification code. Now the verification code that we're talking about here is the verification code that comes from what the user fills in here. Okay, so let's go to database and see if we have any record. We have one record, so let's delete this particular one and create a new record and see if we get an email. Okay, all right, so let's click on preview and see what we have. So let's log out of the old session, and then here we'll have m.mr, and then we have it like this. Then I'll just put my name. Okay, so I click on sign up. Okay, so now I should actually get an email. Oh, perfect. So we have some things, but if you observe, I have some errors here. Like it has some errors. So it has some errors here. Okay, so if you tap on it, you see it has commas. Okay, so the reason why that is like that is because of let's tap on here, right, and then go to actions, click on this, then click on the verification code and we move it from default to none. All right, and then click on done. Okay, so let's just go ahead and delete the user again one more time, just one time. Okay, so let's delete this user and click on done. Let's preview it one more time and then see what's gonna happen to our application. All right, so log out of the old session and then have m.mr David Rock, and then we have David Rock, and then sign up. Okay, so now we have this. We should actually receive an OTP. So I'll go back. Yes, we have an OTP now. So we have an OTP, and then here this is gonna be our OTP. So we'll just copy the OTP. All right, then we'll go to the application and then we'll put it. Right. All right, so now we know this is the correct OTP. It ends with 8, but let's just say 9. All right, and then click on verify. So when we click on verify, it says your email has not been verified. So we'll just click on back, and then we'll paste it again, right? What we copied, then this time around we'll just say verify. It takes us to this particular screen that says your email has been verified, and we'll just click on continue. Ladies and gentlemen, our application is working. All right, so it had some few issues along the line, but we have made it work. Okay, so this tutorial is already too long, and we're going to have to bring it to a close here. In the subsequent tutorial, I'll try to see how I can increase the complexity of this particular tutorial, right? Maybe just show you how to ensure that a particular user that has verified will not have to try to verify all over again. Okay, see you in the next tutorial.